Awesome. All right, guys, thanks for tapping in. Today we are going to be talking to Willis, aka Traplanta.
Howdy.
Welcome. I'm so excited. Can you guys hear me smiling in my voice? Smiling in real life.
I can see it in your eyes. You're smiling right now.
I'm smiling.
Yeah.
I'm really excited. I'm gonna try to be cool because as soon as the headphones and the mic comes on, I turn into a different person. Shout out to Ben. Thanks, Ben. But yeah, all right. So we're just gonna hop right into it. I just wanna kind of talk to the people about what you do,
Okay.
how you do it, how'd you get into it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? About them cheeks clapping,
Yeah.
that money flying.
Okay.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So yeah, just let us know a little bit about Traplanta.
Okay. Yeah. I run an Instagram page called Traplanta. I guess the short and dirty of it is I take pictures of strippers and drug dealers in the city, and I post historical facts under the pictures that tie into current society in some sort of way to talk about something bigger than what it actually is. And then on a larger scale, I use a French concept in photography called the studium and a punctum, which is like the studium is your lens of subjectivity. It's how you live your life every day according to like your own like personal beliefs. And your punctum is French for wounding. It's how a picture resonates with you. So let's say you saw like an image and then you go home and you're laying in bed and you say, oh, I saw this beautiful image today, and your significant other's like, oh, speak on it, tell me what it was. Like in your mind's eye, as you're describing the picture, you're recreating it like in your head, right? Wherever you started to recreate that picture is the punctum. That's where the image resonates with you the most. And because every person lives a different life, they have a different studium. And because you have a different studium, you have a different punctum. Everybody sees something different in an image, even though it's the same image. It's kind of like having a shared experience. Like you'll remember things differently than I remember things differently, because even though we're having the same experience right now. And so that's what I try and do with these pictures is I'm coming from a different point of view as from most people that look at this type of imagery. Like I was born in the hood, I joined the military, I went to combat, did a lot of that, and then came back home, and it was just like I was expecting to come back to the hood, and it was gone. It's just like Atlanta just got gentrified. It was like hella white, and I was just like, "Where's my hood? Where's the corner store? Why ain't nobody shooting dice no more? Why are people jogging around the neighborhood and people are planting begonias and azaleas?" I was like, like you're like, oh, like yeah, societal wise, it's good. That like there's this upward mobility, but it's not for black people.
Right.
So is it really good? You really just disenfranchising and like evicting these folks out of like sections of the city that have been historically black forever, since the inception of the city, all to build houses that they'll never be able to afford. And so it became like a love letter like to the city, kind of like I see like all these things that are just like the hood. Like there's something special about Atlanta. I mean, you can say that about any other place, but there's something special about Atlanta where like you meet somebody else from Atlanta and then you're like, oh, you from Atlanta? No, I live there. And you're like, oh, okay. And they just know all the same shit that and y'all don't even got to speak on it, And that's kind of like when I was in the military and I would meet somebody from Georgia or I would meet somebody from Metro Atlanta. I'd be like, oh, you from Atlanta? I'm like, yeah, where you from? Like, oh, I live in the Swatch. Like, oh, I stay in Mary. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, all right. Like, we automatically know we're going to have the same brand of fun. We're going to listen to the same kind of music, that type of shit. And so, I just wanted to capture these things, like, all the time that are always happening in the city. It's always somebody getting their shit rocked in. There's always a dice game somewhere. It's always strippers dancing somewhere. So people don't realize that, but if you in the know, you can just go do ratchet shit like all day long, every day, every single day in the city, and like I'm a big fan of that type of fun. So I do go do it, and people don't believe that type. The only time people see that is in music videos, or they go to the Trap Music Museum, which I am not a fan of.
Really? Why?
Yeah, I don't like the Trap Music Museum.
Do you feel like it kind of just dumbs down
it's a caricature.
The idea of, yeah.
It'd be like if you were from Texas, if you were from Texas and you went to a Western theme park, you'd be like, this shit ain't Texas.
Right.
It's the same thing. Like you walk in and there's like that fake living room with the TV,
Right.
and then like the fake mason jar of weed, and then you walk in the other room and it's like a kitchen. It's got a whole bunch of bricks of fake coke on the table.
Right.
And I was like, I know niggas that own actual trap houses. I ain't never seen like 6 bricks of coke just sitting on the table, like just all like out and about. But whatever.
I remember my first trap house experience. I was shook. Because I asked the homegirl of mine, I'm like, yeah, I just need to go get some treat from somebody. She's like, I know exactly where to go. And I go and I'm like, Hannah, I ain't used to this. Like this is different for me. Because you walked in and it was just like all empty with the couch. And then like you seen the kitchen, but of course you didn't just see everything out and exposed.
Right.
And there's just a bunch of niggas sitting around and I'm just like, oh, I kind of know what's going on here. He's like, well, what would you like? And I told him, like, I don't think I need to be coming back here just to buy no tree. They're like, y'all out here doing y'all thing. But, yeah, man. So how does that correlate? So when you put the facts under the images, are you telling a specific story that correlates with the image, or are you just kind of trying to get people to understand that, like, yeah, this is what you're looking at, but then read this certain aspect of history? Because, like, from what I see, sometimes it's like I think I'm making a correlation, but then sometimes I feel like I'm completely wrong about how I'm, like, processing what I'm looking at and then what I'm reading.
Right. I think it's a little bit of both. Sometimes I care more about the fact than I do the picture, and then sometimes I care about the picture more than I do the fact. Sometimes, like, you just read something and you're like, people should know this shit. You know, like, how don't people know this shit? You know? Or, like, you see something and you're like, people should see this shit. You know, like, more people need to take notice of this. And then sometimes it's a combination of both. You know, sometimes, like, that imagery makes that fact that much more relevant. You're just like, damn, that shit stuck with me. And now, like, it just lives on. You know, the Egyptians believe in this thing called second death, which is like after like your physical death, right? The people who still exist, they carry on your legacy, your memory, and once they all die and there's nobody to remember you, you die a second time. You know?
I feel like that's what is it in the Mexican culture? What's that word?
Oh,
they celebrate the Day of the
yeah,
Dead.
they made the movie Coco about it.
Yeah, and then when you don't necessarily like remember your ancestors or the individuals from your family that have transitioned, then they transition again.
Yeah.
So I think that's just like something culturally like that we should tap into.
Yeah, I feel like that happens like in the city. You know, it's just like because my grandma, my family's been in Marietta as long as the city's existed. Like Alan Cobb, the guy who Cobb County is named after, you know, like he picked some niggas up. His dad was like, yo, you gotta go make your own money. And he's like, here, let me get some of these niggas in the backyard and I'm gonna go to Georgia and make this shit shape. And we were some of them niggas, you know? So we literally been in Marietta as long as Cobb County has existed, you know?
Yeah.
My great grandma.
That's exciting, I guess.
It's okay. You know, it's just like roots. It's kind of weird just to be like my people have always been in Marietta. You know, my great grandma, she owned like a corner store, like for black folks, like in our part of the neighborhood where we from or whatnot. But now it's like a house, like a nice ass house, like a really nice ass house, and like that wealth doesn't exist for us, you know. And also like I can't physically or mentally picture that corner store, but in my grandma's eyes, right, that place is just as real as that house that exists there now. Like when she sees that house, she sees like her mother's corner store. You know, like that memory lives on with her, but it won't live on with me. When she's gone, like that's it. You know, and if I have kids, like they'll probably never know that my family owned a corner store like right here. You know,
would you tell them though? Like, would you like take them there to be like, hey, you know, like this is what it looks like now, and this is like something that happens a lot to our people, but once upon a time, this is something that belonged to us. Like,
yeah, I think I would say it, but like there's no like understanding of it. You know, it's like the allegory of the man in the cave, where like you know, you have individuals who have lived in a cave their entire lives, and behind them is a fire, right? And in front between the people and the fire is a guy, and he's making shadow puppets, and he's explaining the outside world to the people, right? I mean, they have imaginations, they can kind of put together like what he's saying, but they don't know what the fuck he's talking about. They can kind of like guesstimate from what he's saying. And then like, let's say one of the guys that was looking at the shadow puppets, he goes outside for the first time. Boom, and he's like, oh shit, this is this. I recognize what he was telling me. I imagined it different, but yeah, this is it. And then he goes back into the cave, right? And he tries to do the same thing. The people of the cave, they aren't going to understand exactly what he's saying. Like, my kids aren't going to understand exactly what I'm talking about if I say, like, oh, there's a corner store. The concept of a corner store is gone in most capacities in the city. So to say, like, oh, yeah, we had a corner store, what you mean? Like a CVS or like a...
Unless you live in the hood.
Yeah,
right?
Esso or something. He's gonna be like, no, not like that, but like, I can't explain.
Thank you, come again.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I feel
It's like, you ever seen like the first drawings of a rhinoceros? Like the guys who first ever saw a rhinoceros, when they came back to Europe, they're like, there's this thing, and it's got a horn, and it's got like armor on it, and it's got like 4 feet, and you know, and then somebody tried to draw it, and it looks like a man in armor with a horn on his armor, and that's what like all of Europe thought a rhinoceros looked like, you know, because they had no kind of inclination. That's what the hood is. The hood is the rhinoceros, and if you stay in the hood, like, you get like, oh yeah, this is the hood, and people are like, oh yeah, sure, I understand. You know, there's etiquette and rules to this shit, but like once you step outside the hood, there's people who have no inkling. I got a picture of a guy and he's holding the crack pipe in his hands like that for me to take a picture of. I just did an art show in Buckhead. Man, I got so tired of telling people that was a crack pipe. They're like, what's in his hands? It's a crack pipe. Huh, I've never seen one of those before.
Do you do cocaine, man?
Yeah, it's just like one of those things like, damn, like, ain't nobody in this room seen a crack pipe but me? Yeah, I guess good for you, you know, but...
I've never seen a real crack pipe. And then, like, I had, honestly, a conversation recently. I'm like, it's just crazy to me that there are so many people that do cocaine but are so oblivious to the fact that it's just a different form of crack.
Yeah.
And, like, how they'll look down on crackheads and I'll be looking at them like, bro, but you a druggie, though. Like, you do realize you're doing the same shit. You're just doing it in a different form.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And I think that also, how you were saying, with the rhinoceros and how the first depiction of what that was for European people and associating that with the hood. Like, do you feel like, even when you're telling your stories and you are exposing like this whole different aspect of life to individuals who have like no idea what that is, do you feel like it's the same concept, I guess? Like, do you feel like it's the same it's kind of like, I'm trying to help you guys understand that this is life, this is actively happening right now, this is a whole culture, this is a whole experience, and it's like, how, I probably couldn't imagine being a person having to explain that shit to white people just to keep it a being, because it would just be like, why the fuck should you know? But at the end of the day, it's like, you should know so you understand that, like, these people are no different and they're not less than. This is just something that you honestly need to know is going on. So when you move into these neighborhoods or you move into these pockets of the city and you're turning your nose up or you're oblivious to like the real or the reality of what it is, you are actually, how can I put it?
You do a disservice to those people.
Right, that's,
thank
you. Because it's just kind of like, how can I put it without sounding like an asshole?
No, I think you can't. Like, you have to just say it. I think that's the bigger problem is like, you try, and when you try and sugarcoat it, you take away the power of like that movement, you know? Like, you should never sugarcoat a movement. Like, it's like hair, you know? Like, you know, to talk about something else, and, you know, I was in the military. Just recently, like in the last 2 years, black women were allowed to have locks, you know? This whole time they either had to get perms or get like shortcuts and, you know, just like where, you know, they couldn't even really do protective styles with their hair, you know? And so you could be like, oh yeah, you know, this just isn't healthy for women's hair. Or you could be like, yo, this is racist.
Yeah, some bullshit.
It's some bullshit, some racist bullshit. And like, you over here singling out black women, you know?
Another way to police our bodies.
Right.
So people.
And so I think that's the same thing applies to the hood. Like, you can't sugarcoat that shit. Like, yo, this is the hood. You know, I'm always super interested in the first white family to move into a hood, like a hood, you know? like the type of shit they have to experience. Like they've never seen drug dealers just hanging out on the block. You know, like where I'm from is a place called the Circle, and like now we've got like white people moving into the neighborhood, and they're out there like planting like flowers and doing their yard and painting their blinds and shit like that. And then it's like directly across the street, it's just like a gang of niggas just like sitting, chilling, you know, in the back of the truck, like shooting dice and shit, you know. And he like comes outside, and it's the funniest shit ever because he comes outside, and they be like, "What up, bruh?" And he'll like, "Hey, how's it going?" You know, he goes about doing like his like white people thing, you know. But it's just like you stay in the hood, bruh. Like you live in the hood. Like how does that translate to you? How do you like come upon that realization, and how do you make peace with it as like an affluent like white person? He just bought like $100,000 house in the hood.
And see, that's what's crazy to me, cause like when I worked at the Center for Civil and Human Rights, I already used to research a lot about like the history of Atlanta, but it really just like set a flame to like how much I wanted to know. And I learned a lot about like the foundation of Sandy Springs. I learned a lot about how Phillips Arena came about in the neighborhoods that got torn down for that. And I would talk to the elders a lot. And so a part of it is there was an elder off of Edgewood or Auburn. She was in Auburn and the neighborhoods over there, and she would talk about how white flight happened, and she just couldn't understand why it was such a problem for white people when black people started to move in. And then I'm like, well, from my knowledge, black people were there first. So it's like this cycle that happens where it was black people there, black people in Buttermilk Bottoms, black people on the other side of Ponce, and then white people come in because, of course, it was designed that way. We're not going to fix up your neighborhoods. You're going to stay in these shacks and these sheds. And then when it's time, you guys are going to get pushed out. We're going to come build it up. And then the 60s come around and black people want to start living better. So they move back into the neighborhoods, and then it's white flight. And so now here we are, and I'm looking at Old Fourth Ward and all these neighborhoods, and I'm just seeing like all these white folks coming back. And it's like, how are we supposed to integrate? Because even when you're walking around the West End now, and I just be, sometimes I ain't gonna lie, like I be so blown. Cause I'm just like, damn, I just wanna go kick it at Rose Park and see the little black boys playing basketball on the court and shit, the little D boys in front of the park doing their thing. And now you see white folks walking their dogs and pushing their babies around the strollers and shit, and the breweries across the street. And it's just like, damn, how are we supposed to integrate and live amongst each other? Or is that even not a part of the plan?
Yeah, I don't know. Central Station used to be, not Central, Atlantic Station used to be like that. You know, Atlantic Station used to be where like all the super poor black people live, like shack homes type shit. That was that whole like area where Atlantic Station was that. You know, and then like they basically moved everybody out into like Carver homes, Bowen homes, like all of them shits. So like that's what happened, because it was just like a massive concentration of black folks that was like voting power for like different like areas. So then they created like all those Section 8 housings and kind of spread everybody out to mitigate like that voting power that they had. And so I came across like this book at a thrift store. This guy, he wouldn't sell it to me. It was like at a little thrift store type joint, and I was like, oh, this book is dope. It had like maps, like overlays of like where the black communities were, like on top of like the map of the city. You know, I was like, this shit is fire. Sell it to me. He would not sell it to me. I was like, why the fuck do you have this? You know, if you're not trying to give it up. But whatever. I think he was just trying to get like $100 for it or something, because he saw I was like genuinely interested in it.
He probably understood the significance of it too, though.
Yeah, probably did. Because when
people understand like what it once was, like people say like Atlanta's a black city, but even when you go back to slavery and you start to pull the names and you start to see like what was really going down during that era, and then post-slavery, and then you think about the civil rights era, like it's always been a very heavily, as I'm gonna call it, a black city. And so I see now how they're trying to change the face of the city. And I was telling somebody, I'm like, it's a big city, but it's still a small town mentality. And until people start to shift their mentality and understand like what the foundation of this city really is, then I don't really see it being as promising on a larger scale to black people as it could be. Because even when you think about the hood, as soon as somebody get a bag, they want to move out the hood. And I'm like, no, you need to buy up the hood. Because before you know it, you're not going to be able to come back to your grandmother's house. You're not going to be able to come back to the block that you grew up on. You're not going to be, like, you're not going to recognize the corner store. That shit going to be gone before you know it.
Facts, big facts.
And I watched it happen, like, even when my grandmother is back home in East Palo Alto, I'm like, damn, last time I went home, I was like, Daddy, this shit don't even look like home. It don't even feel like home. You get what I'm saying? Like, Menlo Park. Because as soon as all the techies came, Redwood City changed, Menlo Park changed, East Palo Alto changed. And I see it happening in Atlanta. And, like, even talking to my homegirl from College Park, she like, shit, they moving into College Park, too. I'm like, how does it feel? So, like, I always ask people from Atlanta, like, how does it feel? Do you feel privileged to know that you're from Atlanta? Do you feel privileged to know that you got, like, that significant aspect of culture that only you can have being born and raised here and seeing it before all this shifting started happening?
100%. You know, I moved to Omaha, Nebraska for a while. I lived there. I was doing like a government contracting job, and I was miserable as shit in Omaha. Cause talk about like there are like no black people in Omaha. Like they live like on the north side of the city, and they like stay on the north side. But I didn't know this, so when I moved to Omaha, like I got a house on the south side. You know, not a house, but like an apartment on the south side, and I would like go to work. I was a cryptologist, a code breaker. I was working for like U.S. CENTCOM, not CENTCOM, but STRATCOM, which is like the military and like how the government has decided. I'm kind of going off tangent, but like in the military, they break the world up into 7 different regions: Southcom, PACOM, UCOM, AFRICOM, NORTHCOM, STRATCOM, right? And there's another one I'm missing, and then they say like this command, they're going to focus about all military decisions and war making in Africa, in Europe, in Russia, South America, Asia, like, and so like they have a headquarters somewhere in America somewhere. So like Tampa, Norfolk, DC, California, Colorado, and then they basically dictate how war is fought in that particular part of the world or whatnot. So anyways, like when you're talking about like anything with a nuclear missile, that shit is in Omaha, Nebraska, at a place called U.S. Strategic Command. And
Are
so,
we supposed to know this?
Yeah, no, nobody knows this. It's like this is just how like they set everything
just telling
up.
us all the business.
So I was working there, and I was like staying on the south side, and like what I found out was like one of the most affluent parts of Omaha, Nebraska. I'm making like $120,000 a year. I only worked there for like 6 months because I hated it so much. So like I would get off of work. And I would like go to the grocery store and that Omaha Steaks, you know, like I'm in Omaha. So I would just like go to the grocery store and like the Omaha Steaks place, they would like bring the steaks to the grocery store. Oh, wow. So I would like order like some steaks every day, you know, I just make myself a steak. So one day like I go to the grocery store, I'm like waiting on the butcher, and the guy, he says, man, I just gotta know. He said, what do you do for a living? And I said, what do you mean? He's like, I hope I don't sound disrespectful. He's like, but I never, because you got to wear a suit and tie at STRATCOM. Okay. You know, when you like go to work at STRATCOM, you got to have a suit and tie on. He's like, I ain't never seen a black man with a suit and tie on before. He's like, you look like you do something important. And I was thinking to myself, like, holy shit. You know, like, this man has never seen a nigga in a suit. He probably go home like, there's this nigger in a suit. He comes to the store every day and he buys himself a steak every day, you know. And I was just like it. I said, well, man, I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. This is how we normally dress in Atlanta, you know. Like this is like one aspect of professionalism, but I work at the base as a contractor. He said, no shit. I said, yeah, no shit, bro. He said, all right. I said, you know, let me get 5 steaks. He said, okay. You know, he rang me up, and then after that, he was like, hella cool. Every time he seen me, he knew. He's like, oh, you want your steaks? 5 of them, right? One for every. I ate a steak every day of the week. And he was like, 5 of them, right? Like, yep, 5. All right. And, you know, he rang them up and everything. And it was just like, I'm like this white dude's only interaction with black people. You know what I'm saying? And, like, I feel like Traplanta is that. I am some people's only interaction with the hood. Like, that's it. Like, at the end of the day, like, I'm still a hood nigga. Like, I know big words. I was blessed with the opportunity to like see the world outside the hood, but at the end of the day, like I feel more comfortable at a dice game eating a catfish sandwich than I do, you know, in Midtown or Buckhead eating foie gras or you know caviar or something like that. I I can do that shit, you know, and that shit's cool every now and then, you know, for the gram purposes, that type of shit. But that ain't who I am. It ain't who I strive to be. It ain't what I want for myself, you know.
Do you feel a responsibility to make sure you like tell that story the right way? I guess it's no right or wrong way because it's your art. In my opinion, like it's no right or wrong way. But do you feel a responsibility to make sure like you do it more good and more justice?
I think there is a responsibility to me to be intentional about the work that I make. You know, when you make something, you ever like drawn, so everybody's done it, but you ever drawn something and you finish, you like, God damn, I put my foot in that. That shit look good. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, look at this. Look, you don't even really care about somebody else's opinion. You just like, I did such a good job on this shit. I'm gonna show you, you know? And that's how I approach like my photography, all of the art I make, my Instagram, like I make it with intentionality. Like every day I think, if somebody saw this picture, could I make $5,000 from it? Could I sell it to a magazine for $2,000? You know, could I use it for some like purpose? Could it be in somebody's house? Could each image I post be in somebody's house as a standalone? And that's how I approach it. Like if I'm happy with it, after I hit post, boom. If I'm happy with it, I don't give a fuck what anybody else says. I don't give a fuck about what anybody else thinks. I put it out there. It's no longer mine. It's not my child anymore. Once I hit send, it's out there. The world is gonna, you know, interpret, ingest, digest that media for what it is. And that's another reason the facts exist. Because once you put something out into the world, it's no longer yours. You can't control the flow of that energy once you put it out. The only thing you can do is like nurture it at the beginning and hope that it finds a good home out in the cosmos, in the universe, you know? And so that's what I'm trying to do, is make the best thing that I could possibly make with what I have, and hope that people see it, respect it, and take it for what it is, or what I would hope that it should be, and keep it moving forward.
So did Trap Planner come about once you were at Scad, or was it something that was like before Scad, and now at this point with all your tools and all the knowledge that you're gaining, you're able to nurture it in a way where it's getting the reach that it's getting?
Yeah, it kind of started in like waves. I've always liked photography. Even when I was in high school, like I had like a little Polaroid camera, and I would just take pictures of like my friends and shit like that. But then I joined the military, and they sent me to go fight pirates off the coast of Africa. I did that shit for like 5 years. Yeah, I did.
Not you fighting people that look like you?
Man, these folks that look.
I politely decline. I can't.
They be wilding over there. They like literally like kidnap people on ships. Like, you gotta think like it's a tanker ship. You know, like it's just like 50 dudes on a tanker ship sailing across the ocean to deliver oil or Hondas or whatever.
In Somalia, right?
Yeah, Somalia, Ethiopia, Mogadishu. So you got like 50 guys on a boat, literally as long as 2 or 3 football fields. They operate this boat. It's just these 50 dudes. And they got like sometimes $11 billion worth of merchandise on the ship. The ship itself is worth like maybe like $2 or $3 million. You know, but then they got like $50 billion worth of like stuff on the ship. And they're like just like sailing along, and then like some dudes pull up, hop on the boat, kidnap everybody, tie them up, and they call the owners of the boat. They say, "Look."
Okay. So the boat, the $1 billion boat, is where the merch is.
Yeah.
And then the pirates come on their little boat, and then
they hop on like the big boat, and they say, "Look,
run it up.
Yeah, we'll kill everybody on this boat.
Damn.
And we'll sink this boat.
Damn.
If you don't give us $6 million. It's $11 billion worth of shit on the boat. The insurance policies for 50 dudes is gonna be $50 million on the light side if they got $1 million insurance policies.
All you want is $6 million.
All you want is $6 million? They put that shit on a plane and they drop it in the water, like in a floatable buoy. Boom, and the dude go out, pick it up. Yeah, it's money. Come on, y'all. And they hop off the boat and they gone.
Are you serious?
So serious. It happened every day over there. And so there's like, people got tired of that shit. Insurance rates for the ships is going up. Nobody want to go be on a boat because, niggas getting kidnapped and murdered. I'm not trying to do that. So what they do, they say, look, y'all, this is a freedom of navigation thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want cheap stuff, oil, whatever, y'all got to police these lanes. So then the military started sending motherfuckers out there to like basically like sail up and down the coast of Africa waiting for SOS distress calls for people being attacked by pirates. So I did that for 5 years.
So that's crazy because I just feel like, how do you how does the U.S. even get involved with something that's so close to Africa?
Because it's like, it's their material, you know, like this, like
okay.
stuff getting shipped from like DC and Norfolk and Tampa and Miami, and then it's got to go to like Asia, or
that's fair.
You know what I'm saying? It's got to go through the Suez Canal, through the Straits of Mara, the Straits of Malacca, all that stuff over there. It's got to go through all those little choke points so where it can get attacked by pirates. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, arrest the pirates, shoot at the pirates, pirates shoot at us. I did that shit for 5 years.
Oh man, I'm so excited. Right, this is
Yeah,
a movie.
That shit is like a zoo. It really is a zoo.
Really?
Yeah,
so
you know, that
was
was
regular ass dudes.
Yeah, that was like my biggest issue, because you know, I met you at the mall.
Yeah.
And I was like, they hired me to fight people. Like, I used to, when I came home off of active duty and I would be on vacation for my 2 weeks, like to come visit family and shit like that, I would shop at that store. I would buy out the store, like $300-$400 worth of clothes every time. And so when I was like, I'm done with this shit, I'm going home, you know? And I was like, yo, I need a job while I go to school. And old boy was like, yeah, you can work here if you want to. I said, yeah, no shit. He said, yeah. And I noticed, like, when it was time to like put censor clothes and shit like that, he would never ask me to censor clothes. So when it was time to like fold like the shit and put it out, he would never ask me to do that shit. But like if somebody came in acting stupid or wanted to argue or some shit like that, he would be like,
can you handle that?
yeah, and I would handle it. You know, because no amount of violence that I feel like you can administer at that mall is tantamount or equal to the amount of violence that I saw when I was deployed. It's people got bombs strapped to their chest. You know what I'm saying? They're like, Allah Akbar. If I kill you with me, I'll get 40 virgins that I can have sex with for eternity.
So I don't give a damn about you.
I don't give a damn about you. So now, like, I'm at the mall and the nigga talk, I'll hit you in your mouth. Nigga. I just came from a place where they trying to blow me up with them. You know what I'm saying? So like, your threat of violence, it isn't real to me. It doesn't really register. You know, it just doesn't. So I don't have no problems with fighting people. Now, over the course of like, since I've been out, like switched over to the reserves or whatnot, it's kind of mellowed out. Like I know like a nigga will shoot you, a nigga will stab you.
Yeah.
But it's still like, it doesn't seem real because of the level of violence that I lived, like dead ass lived like every day. You know, so I say we talked about all that. I got off the subject. They didn't allow us to have cameras. Like when we went out to sea, we would have to give them our phones.
Oh wow.
We have to give them our cameras because of the shit that was going on, like on the mission.
Right, because I was gonna say, imagine seeing that. Like imagine having like a front row view,
right,
of these pirates, these ships, and what's really going down. Or somebody that's like, I don't even understand how journalists get that close to shit like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like.
And so I remember I had a friend, we went out to sea. We was out to sea for 2 weeks and we went on the ship. It was a pirate ship. And I had a friend, he would always steal something. Because you can hop on any ship when like you a country and you a military organization, you can hop on any ship that you want to if they don't have like what they call a black box, like a navigation box that says like, and it broadcasts, it continuously broadcasts, it say where you from, where you headed, who owned the ship, like all this shit, like it just broadcasts this information and you can like click it and like it's kind of weird. It's like a computer screen and you can like use your mouse and click that little icon and it'll tell you all this shit about the ship. When you're a certain size, you have to have it legally. It's like a driver's license. You have to have it. Every country has agreed upon this shit. If you don't have it, that means you can get boarded and you can't say no. So we will.
So anybody could just hop on your ship at this point.
Any military organization from a country can hop on your boat, like they can.
And so these pirates were on those kind of boats.
Yeah, they own these kind of boats, right? So and sometimes they have shit, sometimes they don't have shit. Sometimes they have shit and they run. They just, like throw the gas all the way forward, all full throttle, and they try and run. Sometimes they be like, bro, you got it. We was smuggling, We want to.
Did you ever find people?
Yeah, you find women, you find coke, opium.
Damn. How does that make you feel?
It's just a weird experience. Like one time we went on the ship and there was like a hammerhead shark like filleted out on the dinner table. Like they was getting ready to fry that motherfucker up. One time we went on the ship and you walked down into the bow, which is like the belly of the ship, right? That like little dip and like all that shit is just like empty space normally. And it's used for buoyancy on the ship. It displaces the water, and that's how metal ships float. It's actually displacing more water then it's like affecting. It's not like air inside the ship. It's just like how fat the ship is. Like it's wide enough to facilitate that buoyancy. So we went on the ship one time, and we noticed like a hole. So my homeboy go over there and he's trying to light him, and he said, "Holy shit!" I said, "What's up?" He started like peeling the inside, like the pieces of wood, the planks of wood off the inside of the ship, and I'm like, "That's heroin."
Oh wow.
He's like, "Yeah." And I'm like, I'm looking at like this like little like 2 foot by 2 foot like square that he done peeled off, and I'm like, it's just like heroin bricks stacked like that. And I'm starting to look around like this whole ship is made out of heroin.
Wow.
This whole ship is a floating block of heroin, bro. And he's like, no shit. I said, no shit. So like we call our boss, you know, like on the walkie-talkie. He's like, yeah, sir, you gotta come down here and see this shit. You know, he come down. He's like, what's up? And we just start like peeling like with a crowbar, like popping the like planks off. I'm like, this whole ship is heroin. Like it's a floating block of heroin. Like they hollowed out.
So that once you get to wherever you're going, we just bust the shit.
Yeah.
Don't find it.
Yeah, it was so much heroin. They was just like burn the ship. We arrested everybody, put them in cuffs, brought them to our ship, and then we set the ship on fire and watched it sink to the bottom of the ocean.
Imagine all them drug addicts going crazy.
I said, bro.
Oh shit!
I said, bro, somebody getting murdered off of this shit.
Yeah,
somebody getting killed off of this shit. Off pop, you know. We was on time. I was on the ship called the John C. Stennis, and it's named after the first Democratic senator of Tennessee, John C. Stennis, right?
I think you explained that to me, that all of the ships are named after
politicians or like sometimes just famous people or whatnot. And so John C. Stennis, we're on this ship, and we get this SOS call, and it's like, help! And we're like, what's wrong? It's like, we pirates. And we're like, okay, thank you for telling us that. It's like, yeah, we out of gas. We stuck. So we just stuck in the middle of the ocean. And you know, people don't realize this about like when you're in the middle of the sea, there's no trees, there's nothing, right?
It's just water.
Yeah, it's just water. So when it's nighttime, it's as dark as you can. It's so dark you can't even see your hand in front of your face.
Are you serious?
Yeah, the only light is
shit.
from like the moon when you out to sea, and when it's hot outside, it's getting reflected off the ocean. It'll be like 120, 130 degrees. Yeah, it was 130 degrees in the middle of the ocean.
Really?
Yeah, and you got on like your full battle rattle. You know, your camo all the way buttoned down to your wrists, to buttoned up to your neck. You wearing like 30 pounds of shit. You know, and you just like working all day, 8 hours, 12 hours, 16 hours in the middle of the ocean, sweating your ass off. And so the ship called and said, we out of gas. We don't have no more gas. Our engine don't work. And we're like, well, thank you for telling us.
Y'all are criminals.
Yeah, thank you for telling us y'all pirates. And, he said, we pirates. And they said, we're smugglers. And we're like, okay, they're just volunteering information,
They didn't want to die.
Yeah, we're like, well, thank you for telling us. It's like, what do you smuggle? It's like people. It's like we sell women into the sex trade.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, and we're like, holy shit. Well, do you have women on board your ship right now? And they're like, no. We just out of gas and nobody will help us. And so, like, we sent 2 guys over, mechanics, to check on the engine, and I have to go because I'm a cryptologist. And these dudes, they use satellite phones to communicate with one another. And
so you get to decode.
Yeah, these satellite phones are encrypted.
That's exciting.
So you go on the ship, and they're like fixing the ship, and I'm like looking at all their radios and shit like that. And they fix the engine, but we don't have the gas that they need. Like different motors require different types of gas. And so we had to call another ship. They brought some gas down. We sent a helicopter over there to get the gas. The helicopter brings the gas back to our ship, the John C. Stennis, and they put that gas on a small little boat, and that boat goes over to the pirate ship, and we give them gas. And they're so happy. They're mobile now. They got gas.
They could get back to committing crimes.
Well, you have to render international aid. You can't it's international law.
Are you fucking
if
serious?
If a ship is in distress in the middle of the ocean and you ignore it, you can go to jail.
Okay, hold on. So they could be out here committing all kind of.
I can tell a cop right now I sell crack. Can he arrest me? Officer, I sell crack. I normally ship crack, 3 or 4 keys of crack every day in this truck. But my tire, I don't have crack in my truck right now, but my tire flat. I need some help.
So they have to help me.
They gotta help, right? The cop gotta help. We gotta help.
You know what? That just helped me understand why that shit is so prominent. Like, why people could get away with human trafficking, sex trafficking. Like, this probably gonna sound real unfavorable because I'm just like, the whole drug shit, like, let's be real. Like, people doing legal drugs, how you gonna police somebody doing illegal drugs? So that, to me, is just a whole different lane. But when it comes to, like, these crimes that involve people and children, like, that's where I'm just like, how the fuck y'all turn a blind eye to this?
Yeah, it's legally, we don't have a foot to stand on to arrest them, even though they volunteered all this information. You know, we can write down the SCONUM, which is like the VIN number for a ship, is the SCONUM. We're going to write down there like the MZ, which is like the social security number for the radios that they use to like communicate with one another. We can catalog all this shit and put it in a database and like use it further down the line and like track them, see who they come in contact with. But like outside of that, we can't do shit else.
What's crazy to me is I've never seen that shit in a movie.
Yeah, they never put that shit in a movie. It's not
they
sexy
need to put
enough.
That shit in a movie. If they could put Double Jeopardy in a movie, they need to put that shit in a movie.
I would 100% love to like make a TV show like
That's
about
what I was
that
about
shit.
to say. I'm like, all right, you have track landing, which is an amazing thing, and I just feel like you've lived how an elder would say, like, you've lived so many different lives.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? And it's just like just me being on the outside looking in, like the capacity of which you can go and how far you can go creatively.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, your art can go. You got what we would call the sauce.
Yeah.
Like, you've seen so much.
That je ne sais
write,
quoi. That certain something.
Like, you can write books. You can write scripts. You can write movies. You get what I'm saying? Like, you can do even beyond that. You get what I'm saying? Like, the way that you're able to, one, tell stories, the way that you are able to, the way you navigate history, and then the way that you're able to capture art, in a sense, and, like, take pictures and capture and tell stories through that aspect and that medium of things. Like, you have what it takes to expose the world to some shit that we probably never knew we needed to be exposed to.
Appreciate it. Well, they wouldn't let us bring cameras.
Right.
So it was just like, how do you tell these stories? How do you, like, bro, I see so much amazing shit, like, on a weekly, monthly basis, I can't record it. And so I had a associate, I won't call him a friend, I had an associate, and he was getting kicked out of the military because he did coke while we was in a port one time. The ship had pulled in, you know, and everybody get off the boat and we go relax, people go get drunk, people get hotels and sleep in real beds. This dude got 2 hookers and did some coke, and he popped positive, you know.
No.
And so they kicked him out the military, and so he was trying to hedge his bets, and he was just trying to sell shit, you know, like, hey, I got a PlayStation, you trying to buy it? $200, that type of shit. So he said, I got this camera, you want to buy it? And I said, hell yeah, I'll buy this camera. It was like brand new, it was a Nikon D90 at the time. You know, I was like, hell yeah, how much you want for it? He's like, I only need 400. I said, bro, I said I got 200 on me. You know, it's been payday. I had some bills back in the States. You know, my car note, car insurance, rent. You know, he said, all right, bet. So yeah, I bought like this Nikon D90 for like $200. And while I was over there, I took pictures like when we was like on import, like on land. I would take pictures, but they was like trash. I was just like, I'm not feeling this camera. I bought it, but I ain't really feeling it. You know, I take pictures on my iPhone, you know, that type of shit. And then I got out, came back to the States, and my camera just kind of sat like on a shelf for like a couple years. I was in a relationship, and I got a job at a...
You sound so sad when you said
yeah,
that. Was in a relationship.
Yeah, it wasn't worth it for the amount of time and effort, you know, I put in. I was like, it wasn't worth it. I could have just been out here fighting and bopping and been happier, you know? So I was in a relationship, and, you know, you learn some shit in a relationship. And I got a job at this steel mill up in White, Georgia. It's like past Cartersville. And I was working like 12 hours a day.
That's the city I be trying to think of. I'm glad you said that. I need to text my brother. But I did some research on Cartersville, that's why.
So I got this job up in White, Georgia, and I was working like 12 hours a day up there, and it paid like decent money, but I was like, this ain't it. I got to drive 45 minutes to work every morning, you know? Like, that means I got to wake up at like 3 o'clock. You know, if I want to get off at 4, they just wanted us to put in 12. If I want to get off at, 4 o'clock, I got to come to work at 4 o'clock, which means I got to wake up at like 3:15. before that, if I want to get to work at a decent time, to leave on time. So I went home and I told my ex, I was like, yo, I'm about to quit this motherfucker. I said, I'm about to go to school. I got all these military benefits. I'm gonna just go to school. And she's like, as long as the bills is paid, I don't care. I said, okay, yeah, they'll pay me to go to school. I won't be making the money that we was used to when I was active duty or when I was deployed. That was working at this steel mill was a bump down from that. I was making like $6-7 grand a month, like from the military.
That was a big lifestyle change.
Yeah, and then now I'm working at this, steel mill company. I'm making maybe $1,000 a week. Maybe. And now I'm going to school. They just paying me $1,700 a month to go to school. So I'm making $7 grand, and I'm going to $1,700 a month. And so I'm like, I'm still doing the reserve, so that's like another $400. So she's just like, she wasn't feeling it. I was like, yeah, we gotta go half on the rent. I was like, we gotta go half on the rent. We gotta start splitting.
I'm sorry,
shit.
it's over.
Basically, in so many steps. That's what it boiled down to. It wasn't random gifts no more. It
this
wasn't
is cute,
like
okay.
Yeah. So I started going to school and I picked up photography. I saw it was an elective. It was like, oh, you gotta choose your foundations and you gotta choose 2 electives. And then like after you do all your foundation classes, you can declare a major. And so I went to Scad. I showed them like my portfolio or shit I took pictures of while I was deployed. And they was like, oh yeah, you got a little talent, yeah, come on. And so then I took one photography class and everybody was like, oh, these pictures are amazing.
Oh, wow.
But at first they was like trash pictures. I was taking pictures of like fire hydrants and trees and homeless people and shit like that. And then my professor was like, take pictures of what you know. And I was like, I know the hood, I know the trap. She's like, take pictures of that. I was like, y'all sure y'all want to see some shit like
Have
that?
some titties.
And she's like, yeah. And she's like, yeah, just tell your story. Tell your story. And I said, okay, and I came back and she was like, these pictures are so good. She's like, you should submit this for this competition at the school for the photography majors or whatnot. I said, well, I can't declare I am not a photography major because, I'm still doing a foundation class. She's like, just submit them. And I said, okay. And I won the competition. I won the competition. And Scad was using it like, look at our students. These are pictures they tell. They're using my pictures and shit like that. And so I finished that first photography class. And I was like, yeah, I think I'm going to declare photography as my major. And the chair of photography at Scad was like, yeah, you want to take some more photography classes? I said, I still got foundations. He said, look, you sign this paper. It's a foundation waiver. It says that you don't have to take your foundation classes right now. We think you're so good, you can just start hop right into your major, and then we'll pepper your foundations throughout your semester, throughout your time here at Scad. But you can hop right into this shit, like right now. And so that's what I did. That's what I've been doing. I took like senior classes like my sophomore year.
And that's what I would just imagine, like, why would you need too many foundation classes considering, like...
Yeah, that shit's stupid. Color theory, art history.
Like, while you were in the military. You get what I'm saying? It's like, why read the code and shit? Like, what are you talking about? You want me to go? I hated art theory. I went to art institute, and I was just like, oh, this is stupid.
I like art history. I just wish I didn't have to take notes during it. If I could just sit there and, like, listen to my professor talk, if it was like a TED Talk or some shit like that, I would love art history. But, like, we write too many notes, and those tests are so fucking brutal.
Yeah, like, art history was cool if I would have had a different professor.
Should I check my grade today? I got a 70 in art history. I was like, yeah.
That's just barely getting by.
Shit, C's get degrees.
My nigga. Okay. So, you kind of answered my question, because I was going to ask, like, how you, like, the foundation of Traplanda came about, as far as, like, being on the block, going to the strip club, being in the elements is what we like to call them, and, like, was it intentional, or was it just already what you were doing? So it was just like, fuck it, let me just go ahead and take my camera and capture it.
Yeah, I think it was intentional, but I also feel like it's like the beauty of it. It's like something when you from the hood and like you drive through a hood, it's something refreshing. It's almost like your battery get recharged, It's like that time we went to the shit on Edgewood, and they started playing like the California like hyphy music,
yeah.
and he was like, oh, like he was like, yeah, like he was like turned the fuck
I just
up.
go home, yeah, just like automatically
I was
get
just
back home.
I was just sitting there in my arms, so I was like, look at this nigga, you know what I'm saying? But just like, yeah, go down, yeah, ooh, you know. So it's like that, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like I'm already on the block. I love the block. You know, the good and the bad of it. Why not take pictures of it? It's gonna disappear. Yeah. It is. Nothing lasts forever. Eventually, this will be some white people shit again. You know, not to talk shit or nothing, but like you said, it happens in cycles. It's gonna belong. If it don't belong to the white folks, it'll belong to some Mexicans. You know, so I might as well just document it now, and maybe it'll turn back into some black people shit again one day, but. I got documentation of it.
Do you ever feel bad at some of the things that you see?
No.
Like some of the people that you see, like it be the...
No, it would happen if I wasn't there.
I mean, but even with you being there, you know what I'm saying? Like, is there a part of you that's just like, damn, like this is fucked up? You know what I'm saying? No?
It's life. People get their asses whooped. People, fucked up shit happen to folks all the time. Damn. It's unfortunate that it happened to them, but... it was going to happen regardless, like if you were a fatalist, it was bound to be. The universe was going to work its magic somehow, some way, and it was going to happen. It was destined to happen. If it is destined to be, it will be.
Yeah.
I mean, hindsight's 20/20.
I'm sensitive too sometimes. So I be like, man, that's fucked up, man. Why I got to be like that? I think that's something that my brother tries to get me to understand too. It's like you internalize stuff. And I think it's because I'm so empathetic. Because I be thinking that too. Even when I see people strung out, I'm like, why you gotta be like that? Like, why you make that choice? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it 100%. It wasn't my choice though.
That's facts. That's
it
true.
wasn't my choice.
Yeah.
So I look at it like, okay.
Damn, you made some poor choices. Take this picture real quick.
Yeah, I can help you out. You need $10, $5. Let me take a picture. I ain't gonna just like totally. Abuse the situation and just, you need some money. I got some money. I also need a picture. You want to take a picture? I'll fuck off if you say no. But I got this money right here. What up?
What was the place you went? It was called the something cathedral, or is that just what you call it?
Oh, the Crackhead Cathedral?
Yeah, I was like, because I've been in some bandos. Like, I've been in some bandos, but I was just like, I don't think I could have did that shit.
Yeah, so me and my homeboy, we do this shit called Adventure Team Negro Force.
That's so lit. Y'all need to make that a comic book.
And so, like, we find abandoned shit in the city, and we just go explore it. I'll be driving, like as I'm doing photography during the week or whatnot, I'll make a note like, oh, that shit's burned out. Oh, that shit's abandoned. And I'll like make a note, a pin on my phone, and then I'll like hit up my homeboy, and I'll be like, yo, this is all the shit I found this week. What you interested in? And he'll be like, let's check this shit out. And so then we like put all our shit on, and then we just go check it out. And we did like an abandoned hotel one time over there by Spaghetti Junction. That shit was lit.
How was that? Yeah, I was gonna say, how was that?
That shit was lit. Like it was like 14 floors, and we was just like walking up the stairs, and nigga legs was burning, all that shit. We got to the top floor, and we just like sat up there for like an hour, just like looking out at the city in the distance, talking about shit, throwing shit off the top floor, watching it hit the concrete at the bottom, that type of shit. And then we like walked back down. It was a whole vibe.
What was the inside of that like?
It was just like, it was surreal. Like it was a hotel.
Were the beds and shit still in there?
No, the beds weren't in there, but it was just like
the shelves.
Yeah, the shelves and like windows and stuff like that. The club, it had a club inside of it called the Euro Club, and so that was like gutted out. And you can see like all the shit had been stacked on top of everything, like in a giant pile in the middle of the dance floor.
Oh wow!
And then there was like a conference center in the back, and so like we walked back there, and then it's like I feel like all the glass in the entire hotel was like put in one room and then pulverized.
Oh wow!
Because we was like walking through like this one room, and it was like glass set like all the way up to like past your ankle. I had on boots, you know what I'm saying? Like we both had on boots, but we were like stepping and our feet were sinking into into the glass. It was so much glass. Yeah, I was like, this shit is wild. And then my homeboy, he fixed houses and shit. He was like, oh man, look at the size of this boiler.
That's what I'm saying. Did they ever find like?
Yeah, he's
you
like,
guys find stuff?
he's like, this boiler's amazing. He's like, look at this boiler. I'm like, it's a boiler.
Put it on the back of your truck.
he's like, man, he's like, this got to be like a 1,000 gallon boiler right here. This could like make enough water, hot water for like a whole neighborhood. I'm like, okay, like let's go to the next room, you know, like it's like, oh man, look at this fuse room, look at all these fuse boxes. I'm like, my nigga, like we in the abandoned hotel, look at the graffiti, you know, like look at like imagine the people just like in here chilling, you know, like imagine.
Have you tried
shit.
to get into the old Pascal's building?
Yeah, we've tried to get into a couple places. We tried to go to P. Diddy's old house. And thankfully we called the people who own the property. Because I just want to be like, I didn't want to like hop, because it's in like Sandy Springs.
Oh, wait, it's abandoned?
Yeah, P. Diddy's old house is abandoned. It's been abandoned for like 6 years. So like we wanted to go. A cop that I know, he told me about it. He said, P. Diddy house been abandoned.
Just abandoned.
Yeah, he said, ain't been there. Stop paying on it, all types of shit. So I said,
wow.
No shit. He said, yeah, you should check it out. I said, oh, you got, a name or some shit? He said, yeah. He said, I'll call my homeboy. He works for Sandy Springs PD. He'll find a number. So the guy, sure as shit, came through, found the guy he know at Sandy Springs, found the dude who owned the property, and gave me that dude's personal phone number. So I called that dude. I said, hey, look, I run an Instagram page called Traplanta. We do this shit called Adventure Team Negro Force. We want to come check out this house. What's up? And he said, absolutely not.
What?
He said, absolutely not. I said, okay. He said, yeah. He's like, the last time somebody came over here, they did $100,000 worth of damage. He said, we are not letting anybody come to this house. He said, we are pressing charges on anybody who steps foot on the property. He said, it's a good thing you called. He's like, because you would be in jail if you stepped on the property. He said, we got like trail cameras, motion sensors, all types of shit on the property.
So how is it even abandoned then? If he owns the property, like, why aren't you doing that with it?
That's not my story to tell, but I know it's been sitting there for a while. And so I was like, thank you for letting me know that.
So you want to lock people up for going to see it, but you ain't doing shit with it. The fuck that look like?
So, we got a couple different places. We went to abandoned train yard 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, but it was like so fucking cold that we wasn't about that shit. We was just like, nigga, let's go.
Yeah, we went to the one that was back in the day. I don't even know if it's still like that. But
Pullman Yard, that's what it's called.
Yeah.
Pullman Yard. That's where we went. So I was like, man, we just trying to keep new content on Traplanta flowing. I'm always in a strip club. I'm always at a regular club. I'm trying to make more of an effort to actually get back to neighborhoods now. Because I personally feel like I like the aesthetic of the club pictures. I like how colorful they are and shit. But that's only one part of it. This nigga's out here doing it, making real money, grinding, trapping every day. Real street shit.
I would have been lit if he was actively doing it, like while being. I was talking about BMS with somebody recently, like while they were out doing their thing.
Yeah, that would have been the wave. I think about this shit all the time. Like, man, I got out the military too late. I started this shit too late. Like, when deep in the throes of trapping, when Gucci was still fat.
Right.
When niggas was still wearing snowman shirts. Like, if I had started then,
going to Food Palace.
Yeah, I'd be famous.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
That's pretty exciting. Well, I got to talk to you today and learn a lot about what you got going on. Can you tell us a little bit about where your work is shown right now? And some of your plans.
So right now my work is being shown at a place called Spalding Nicks Art Gallery over in Buckhead. Shout out to Spalding Nicks. It'll be there till March. Working on a book with Schoolhouse Publishing called The Trappening. That'll probably be out like next year though. We're still working out like some details. What else we got going on? Hopefully I'll be at Photo Week London. If not this year, maybe next year. But I'm shooting for this year. If I get like this gig up in DC, then I'm going to DC first because that's money making. Photo London is money spending. So, and then I got people that I fuck with heavy in London. So when I was stationed out there for 2 years, so I just like to have enough money to do the whole gamut of ratchet, fuck shit, you know, while I'm out there. So, you know, you need money, you know, to be able to do all that dabbling and dibbling and whatnot. So if I have to take a step back for a year to make some real money to go out there and do it how I want to do it, then, you know.
I think that would be really nice to see. Like to see you be in like Brazil and capturing like the trap experience in Brazil, or I would just say the hood experience, because I feel like trapping is universal, but that is very much an Atlanta term. You know what I'm saying? But like seeing that shit in Brazil, like going to Rio, like nigga, show us what that shit look like in Cuba. Show us what that shit look like in different parts of Mexico. You know what I'm saying? Show us what it look like. Where is it? Brixton in the UK. Show us the hoods in London. You know what I'm saying? Like let us see like universally what that looks like. I feel like that ideally, Trapliner should be the person to do that. You don't see too many other people like doing it on a universal scale.
Yeah, I read this thing. I made a fact about it yesterday, actually. You know, it says like if you took like all the pieces of work in every U.S. museum and put it in one place, only 1.2% of it would be made by African Americans. Mm-hmm. You know, and like I was like, damn, like I got a chance. Mm-hmm. You know, like I got a real shot at this, like getting into a museum. You know, like only one people look at that and be like, damn, 1.2, that's not a lot of black representation. Mm-hmm. But then I look at it, I'm like, yeah, that's like what 98.8. I can get on the ground floor. Mm-hmm. If I can get in one museum, they're gonna be like, oh yeah, this black dude, he's at this museum. Let's get some of his stuff. Mm-hmm. He must be somebody. So I'm just kind of plugging away at the moment.
I feel like you're doing that though. Like how many people can say that they had like you are going to Buckhead and you're seeing aspects of Atlanta that you never would have thought you would see shown in a gallery in Buckhead.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to what you would call the suburb or the more affluent part of town, and I'm seeing TNA and niggas on the block. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where all you gotta do is drive 20 minutes and you be right in the just of it.
Yeah.
But because this isn't your experience, I get to show you a completely different dynamic of life that you've never been exposed to, and you are going to see this in a gallery. So I just feel like keep aiming for that. You're gonna be in a museum before you know it.
Yeah, you know, my pictures, I like to frame them in like those fancy, like opulent gold frames that you see at like the museum and shit. Just because I like that it's called Baroque.
You're manifesting.
Yeah, I like that Baroque aesthetic. You know, like kind of like French whorehouse kind of vibe. You know, just like opulent and gold, and then in the middle of it, it's like a picture of a stripper, or it's the picture of like a 84 box Chevy in it. You know, it just like it kind of brings that agency of it even more. It makes it more artistic, like that frame does. It's like, you know, where it was just a box Chevy, now it's 80 box Chevy.
Right.
Yes.
Do you ever consider doing customs? Like if somebody be like, hey man, can you give me a nice little piece of an 83 Monte Carlo?
Yeah, I mean, it's like, I got an iPad, that's just got like 12,000 pictures on it. You know, I take maybe like 600 or 700 pictures a week. I edit that down to maybe like between 30 and 100 pictures after I edit them down. So the ones I'm like, this is a good image. I fuck with this image heavy. It's eventually going to go on Trapliner. So this is like the third year of Trapliner.
So you don't even post everything you have?
Hell no. I'd have so many more posts.
So the things that we see on Trapliner,
3 a day,
on social media, we won't necessarily see in the book.
Right. Yes.
And then the things you see in the book, we won't necessarily see at the gallery.
Right.
And the things you see at the gallery, we won't necessarily see at the museum.
Yeah, I got more than enough work to make sure that there's no like cross, pollination, but there probably will be, because that's just like the amount of effort to put forth to make like new work and like new facts and all that shit. It's just like, it's Herculean with like the amount of effort that I'm putting forth, like taking pictures every day. I mean, my camera's in my truck right now, in case I see some shit out in town, I'm just like ready to shoot. I was almost excited. Like I told you, there's traffic on the way. I thought it was gonna be like a car on fire or some shit. It was just like bad traffic because niggas can't drive. I was like, oh, let me get off on the exit.
Since you on the west side, you probably gonna see something.
Probably. So I always keep my camera on me. You never know what you're gonna see. Roland Barthes calls it the decisive moment. Like it's just like that moment where you take the picture and you're like, that was it.
Do you ever have any moments where you miss it and you're just like, fuck?
All the time.
Yeah.
All the time. But then I did what is the name of that class? Visual aesthetic of
Mm-hmm.
fine art. I did that.
That sounds like some shit that's up my alley.
It was a dope class. But we talked about that Roland Barthes book, Camera Lucida, and the decisive moment. And he was just like, there might be a moment, but it might not have been your moment. You know? So you can't look at every picture and be like, well, I could have took a picture like that. I could have took a better picture. That wasn't your picture.
That wasn't.
You know, that wasn't your image to capture. You know, you have to be patient. You have to sit there. It's like I'm in this contemporary landscape class right now, and we're talking about what type of photographer are you? Photography is like hunting. Do you go out and do you just shoot? Or do you go out with intentionality and then you just like hunt? Like you know what you want to shoot. And you like set your camera up on a tripod and you just sit there and you just wait. And you just wait. And then like you see it coming into
like a
frame.
time lapse.
Yeah, it's just coming into frame. Whatever it is that you want to take a picture of, and you put your finger on the button, and as soon as it enters like your frame, or you're like me, I might take like 6 or 7 pictures of a dancer. You know, while she on a pole, I might take like 7 to 10. And then like I go home in the morning, and you know, and I sleep and I wake up and I look at the pictures and I'm like, all 10 of these is trash.
Really?
Or I might be like, oh, this is the only one that's good, or 7 of these might be good. You know, it really does depend on the image and how I feel about it. And then I edit it, and then I delete all the ones I don't like. And that's the way it goes.
What are some of your other art forms?
Oh, I draw. I do sculpture too, but not so much of it, just because that shit is expensive.
You know, my favorite piece is the gun.
Yeah.
Inside of the block.
Yeah, everybody likes the gun.
Clearly, the AK's on my thighs, but like.
Yeah, everybody
my
likes the
favorite
gun.
shit.
Yeah, everybody likes the gun. Actually, I want to do another one with a Draco. So I'm like saving up money to buy a Draco right now, just so that I can like destroy it. It's so weird. Like I'm like trying to find like a cheap Draco. Everybody wants like 700. I'm like, nigga, I'm about to destroy this shit. Like I'm not going to use it to shoot nobody or protect myself.
Give me a dirty one that
Yeah.
you're trying to get rid of.
That's what I be telling y'all. I was like, you ain't killed nobody? Help me out. Help me help you. You know what I'm saying? Help me help you, my nigga. Like, give me the dirty gun. I'm making a lamp right now. I went on Alibaba and bought like $40 worth of doll heads, like little bitty like doll heads.
Look creepy.
Yeah, and I'm about to like drill a hole in the back of them.
Okay, that's scary.
And put an LED in the back of it, and then I'm gonna super glue it to a podium, and so it'll be like all these glowing doll heads on a podium.
You should do all like as an ode to strippers with the bodies, like little Barbie bodies and shit.
I should.
That'd be lit.
So just different
now
things.
When you do numbers, just invite me to the.
I got you.
Yeah.
Trying to branch out, be a little bit more artistic. I used to have this idea of like, there's like Sally Mann, who like is a chick. She comes from like money. When you have like money, your outlook on life and things are different. So when you have money and you make art, I feel like your art is a little bit more ethereal. It's about like happiness.
I just read
and
that
joy
somewhere.
and shit
They were
like that.
They just wish that, and like people who come from money would just leave art alone.
Yeah, but if you like broke and you make art, it's what I like to call functional art. It's like a nigga like I can't like if I made this, could I sell it? And if I couldn't sell it, do I like it enough to keep it in my house? And that's how I look at everything that I make. Do I like it enough to have this shit hanging on my walls, have it sitting on a counter somewhere? Because I'm going to look at it for a while if I can't sell this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So, like, first off, is it good enough to sell?
That's what I was going to ask. Do you have your favorite pieces that you just like, I'm not letting this shit go?
Oh, everything for sale. I'm very
Really?
passionate. I'm very passionate about not starving to death. And I own all the originals. So if I like it that much, I could just make another one. It might not have been that one. The gun piece, now that shit took effort. That shit took time. So I was a little bit apprehensive about selling that. I low-key just wanted to keep it. But I thought it could sell. I felt like that could sell. And it's sitting in the gallery now, and it hasn't sold, so I'm low-key about to pull that shit back just so I can like have it at my house. because I fuck with it so much.
Do you think about like maybe having pieces that every time you do a show?
Yeah, I feel like I'm just gonna build a catalog. I need a house. That's like my goal. I need a house, not even like on some like trying to compete with other millennial shit. I just need a place where I can store my shit and not have to worry about it. You know what I'm saying? I need like a 4-bedroom house, 5-bedroom house, or something with a basement, or something with a shed, like a big ass shed that I can convert, into like a livable space.
You know how lit that would be?
And then like I can just like make shit, keep it out there.
Wine and cheeses and shit.
Yeah, and then
we're
like
doing an art show and got the crib.
Yeah.
What?
And do it like that, or I could just like go into the shed and grab a whole bunch of shit, stick it on my truck, and take it to the art show, and just keep it, like for ease of use or whatnot. But as is right now, every time I do an art show, like I'm making new shit.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like a financial burden at this point.
That's kind of how the Roots were.
Yeah.
They used to have like their jam sessions at the house, and that's how everybody started getting put on. Jill Scott, Music Soul Child, like a little bit of everybody used to go there.
Yeah, Atlanta's
saying?
weird like that though. It's like everybody trying like niggas want to network, but nobody wants to like link. It's just like, hey, bruh, yeah, I see you doing your thing. Follow me on the gram.
Yeah.
And, let's collab. How can your collab help me? And how can my collab help you? You know what I'm saying? Like a nigga, I'm not trying. I had like one collab, and I was like, yo, this is all right. It was a nigga who made patches.
I think what.
And he made this on the back of this jacket for me.
Yeah, I like that jacket.
Yeah, and then I was like, I see you make patches. You know what I'm saying? Like he said, yeah. I said, look, I know you probably hear this shit all the time, but I would like to collab, but I will pay you whatever you ask to make a patch for me. And he's like, I make my own shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need no help. I don't need no designs. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. I still like your shit, so I'm gonna follow you. You know what I'm saying? And then he hit me back a week later. He's like, yo, you have some dope ass images. I said, yeah, I know.
I'm cool, nigga.
I was like, I know my shit. I know my shit fine. Like I know my shit straight. I'll hit you up because I saw your shit straight. I feel like this will be beneficial. I got some fire shit. I make fire shit. You can, with your hands, make some fire shit. I can design some shit. And you can create it. And we can both benefit from it. And he said, yeah, I'm down for that. I said, okay, cool. And I sent him some shit I had drawn. And he said, give me a week. And I said, okay. I had forgot about this shit, honestly. And he hit me back. He had like sketches. He said, yeah, here go one thing. I said, oh, this shit look dope. He said, yeah, I really like that shit with the Jesus, so I just went ahead and made it.
Oh,
and I said, oh, that's what's up. I said, how much I owe you? He said, nah, bro. He said, you just keep it. He said, that's yours. And I said, bro, I was like, you need anything drawn? You need some shit? You let me know. He said, I appreciate it. I put that nigga on to everybody. Like if somebody's like, yo, that jacket, if I say, yo, here go the nigga Instagram. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you trying to make some shit? Yo, here go that nigga Instagram. Every time somebody even mention some shit about this jacket, I'm like, this nigga made it. Hook him up. I take pictures with the jacket. I tag him every time. Every time I tag him in it. And shout out to Motorcycles and Mason Jars.
That's lit.
Shout out
I like that name.
Yeah,
I like that name a lot. Yeah. I like that a lot. Yeah, man, I be thinking about that. 'Cause every time I see it work and I be going to like the City of Ink shows, or I go to like the different art shows, I'm just like, damn. I wish I had the ability to like connect people in that way, but then I also see like how cliquish Atlanta is.
Yes.
It's just like, why the fuck are y'all like this, bro? Like, everybody could eat.
Everybody.
But then I think what happens is people don't want to see other people eating more than them.
They don't.
They
think it's a zero-sum game. For one person to win, another nigga gotta lose. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But like, we could both win. We could both win, bro. I put every nigga on. Like, if they make art and I fuck with them, I be like, yo, I know this dude. He do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck with him. Like, if somebody asks me for a photo shoot and I tell them my price and they be like, oh, that's a little bit too expensive. I say, I know a nigga. You might be able to talk to him. You know what I'm saying? You can talk to him. He might be able to come off it a little bit more, but my price is juggernaut. That shit, that it's gonna be what it's gonna be. It's not gonna move, And they be like, all right. And I text the dude. I say, hey, look, I'm about to send somebody your way. You charge them whatever you feel like you want to charge. I told them this. They said it was too high. You can undercut me. I don't feel bad about it because I gave it to you. Just FYI, you know. And they, well, I appreciate you, bruh. And that's it. I'll leave it at that.
That's how I try to deal with people. Like, if I can't collab with you and get you a bag, I'm gonna try to plug you into somebody that can. And it's a long list of people that are gonna help get a bag. And I'm like, bruh, don't act like I help you get that bag.
Right.
But you know, it's cool though. But yeah, man, thanks for talking to me.
No problem.
This was exciting.
I had a good time.
Yeah? Good.
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad. I like hearing stories. You tell amazing stories.
Thanks. Oh yeah, follow me on Instagram _Traplanta _ that's TRAPLANTA 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 _ on both sides.
And tell them again the gallery that your art is showing.
Spalding Nicks.
Awesome, y'all. Thanks for tapping in, tuning in. Until next time.